If you want to master Minecraft PvP like what's being shown right now, watch till the end of the video because in this tutorial, unlike all the other videos on YouTube, I'll be going through a step-by-step process that you can literally learn through each step to become a pro at Minecraft PvP. Now this video is a beginner's guide to improve drastically in Minecraft PvP to eventually master Minecraft PvP. And even though this is a beginner's guide, these tips should be able to help those who are more experienced in Minecraft PvP get better at the game, especially the tips that come as you watch more of the video. So sit back, relax, grab some popcorn or something, I don't know, and let's get started. Before we get into the actual tips or the stages, what I want to tell you guys is some very baseline, very basic knowledge, so I'll only be spending like seconds on this, and that is the cooldown. As you can see, the cooldown indicator actually shows, you can see a little sword next to my indicator, my crosshair, and what you want to do to get maximal damage on your opponent, you want to wait for that little sword or that cooldown regeneration to actually finish. Don't spam your opponent like this. That's not going to work in 1.21 PvP or 1.9 plus PvP. That's only 1.8.9. So don't spam hit. It's all about cooldown and the timing of the cooldown. So you want to hit as your cooldown finishes like this. And that's for axe, sword, anything. You want to wait for your cooldown to actually finish. So before we do some actual PvP, I do want to go through some settings that you should enable or disable to have a better PvP experience. First of all is your FFV. You want it anywhere between 85 and Quake Pro. And next is view bobbing. View bobbing is basically what makes you bob. Like, oh chicken, how's it going? View bobbing is basically what makes you bob. As you can see, I'm moving like for this, and for some people, especially beginners, this can mess up your aim. So you want to go and turn that off, go to video settings, and view bobbing will be in general. So the first tip I want to tell you guys about is W tapping. So you can see my keystrokes or keybinds, whatever. W tapping is basically where you move. Let's say this is my opponent, you move with the W, and as you hit them, release the W key. So basically it's like this. As you can see, every single time I am hitting my opponent, I'm basically releasing my W key. And to make this work better, a bonus tip I guess you could say, is that let's say this is your opponent, you want to actually sprint hit them. Sprint hit deals much more knockback than a normal hit. So let's say this is a normal hit, a sprint hit would be doing this. As you can see, literally the arm stand went like 2 blocks behind, whereas a normal hit did nothing, sprint hit went like that. And if you can combine the sprint hit as well with the W tapping, that would be ideal. You basically have the control key, and then you get rid of it. So just press on W and the control key at the same time. So right now, as you can see, I'm pressing on W and the control key at the same time, like this. And then all you have to do is just implement W tapping into sprint hitting. That way, your opponent will get as much knockback as you want. Just like this. So as you see over here, every single time I'm actually hitting my opponent, I'm letting go of the W key. You press W, control at the same time, and then get rid of it. Now what I want you to do, especially if you're very new to PvP, is that I want you to go through this video as I am going through it. So basically learn W tapping and then learn W tapping with sprint hitting and then learn the next thing. Don't like go from random areas. Of course, if you're not new though, you don't have to do that and just pick up whatever suits you and you should be able to improve quite a lot. And I'm telling you, you will improve quite a lot, so you better subscribe right now. Alright, and now I'll show it on this guy. His name is Zaraz. Oh my days, man. These names on PvP Legacy are actually crazy. Anyways, let's demonstrate sprint hitting and W tapping at the same time. Just like that. It's a bit more complex when I can't do anything else for the sake of the video. Right now, literally all I'm doing is sprint hitting and W tapping just to demonstrate, the progress, I guess. And boom, just like that. Now the next tip is S tapping. Unlike W tapping, where in W tapping, as you're hitting the opponent, you let go of the W key. In S tapping, what you want to do is as you're hitting your opponent, you want to press S. You want to basically go backwards as you're hitting your opponent. So chickens, come here. It's time for you to die. Hello, chicken. You're about to die because of S tapping. How do you feel? Anyway, oh. Alright, I guess I'll go to a different chicken. You're safe, you're safe. So S tapping is basically as you hit your opponent, you want to press on the S key. Just like that. So I'll basically do this. I'll press on S and I'll left click at the same time. This is basically what I'll be doing. This is what you want to do. And now, if you've learned S tapping, the harder part comes from actually combining S tapping and W tapping and doing it at the same time. You get close to your opponent, and then as you hit the opponent, you press on the S key. Get close to the opponent. As you hit the opponent, back off. So this is basically what I mean. Check the keystrokes, as you can see whilst I'm doing this. So basically, I get close to the opponent, back. Get close to the opponent, and then I press on the S key. And if you have mastered that already, you want to move on to the next step, which is doing that and also sprint hitting at the same time. Control W same time and then back. So this is a demonstration of it all together: W tapping, S tapping, and sprint hitting. You want to really time this right, because if you don't time it right, so basically what I did was I sprinted, but I pressed on the S key too quickly. And remember, for sprint hitting, you actually have to press on the W key to make it work. So I have to basically control and press on the W key at the same time. Just like that. And if you can master sprint hitting, W tapping, and S tapping at the same time, what happens is that you can catch your opponent in a combo that they won't be able to get out of, because you're hitting them, but as soon as you hit them, you apply knockback to them, but then you're backing off, so they can't actually hit you. I mean, pretty good stuff if I do say so myself, and we're not even halfway past the video yet, so you better subscribe. It's good to practice these not just on the armor stand and on actual players, because of course actual players are much more complex than an armor stand. Bruh. Oh my days, get caught in that combo. Hello chicken. How's it going, man? Give me some of that chicken. Sorry, this is supposed to be a tutorial. I don't know what to... Okay, let's go on to the next tip. And by the way, in any point of the video, if you're not good at, the stages that I'm going through, you really want to master these stages, because as I'm going through the video, basically the difficulty of mastering that stage is getting harder and harder. So yeah, I mean, I did say master it. You don't have to master it. I mean, you can be okay at it and still progress to the next tip. It's not that deep. It's not that deep, is it, Cal? It's not that deep, right? Of course it's not. Alright, so the next tip, or stage, whatever you want to call it, is strafing. Now, if you don't know what strafing is, it's basically what you're strafing. What it is that as you're hitting the opponent, what you want to do is you're using the A and D keys as well. That way, it's even harder for your opponent to actually hit you back. And of course, that means it's even easier for you to combo your opponent. Oh yeah, and just to, reiterate for some people, comboing is just basically you're hitting the opponent, but your opponent can't hit you. So anyways, as I was saying, that's strafing. And strafing, this stage is actually pretty hard to get a hang of. I'm pressing the W key. As I hit the opponent, I'm going right. As I hit the opponent now, I'm going left. Then I'm going right. Then I'm going left. Left, right, left, right. Of course, just to make this easier, at first, don't include sprint hitting in this. So to basically learn this, the easiest way is to keep your ring finger on the A key and just move around your opponent. Move around. And basically just move around and just look at your opponent. You want to do this with basically your ring finger, and with your index finger, press on the D key. Once that stage has been accomplished, I don't know why I'm saying it like that. Anyways, now what you want to do is basically hit your opponent. All I'm doing is I'm going around my opponent, and you can literally do this with the armor stand. That's probably the easiest way to learn. All you have to do is go around and just do what I'm doing. Switch it up, go left, go right. Now, once you've done that, you want to implement S tapping as well into all of that. Basically, it should look something like this. So this is a bit more complex because, of course, most of your fingers are working. As you can see, the D and the S keys, the D and the A keys, I never actually let go of them. It's only the S and W keys that I'm actually letting go of. So whilst I'm going to the opponent, W, and then D, or W, and then A, or W, and then S. And that's how you do it. And of course now, do this in your own world and practice it. But let's go on PvP Legacy and test it out. Oh, please join. Please join. Hazza, join. Join, please, Hazza. Oh my, what is... Bruh. Oh, well, hello there. How's your life been, huh? You're just sitting here. with literally no friends. And as you know, during these matches, I can only use the methods or tips or stages, whatever you want to call it, that I've actually taught you guys so far. So I can't crit anyone, I can't combo crit, I can't punish crit, I can't do any of those. Is this guy low tier 3? Goddamn. So I'm just doing what I've taught you guys so far. And yeah, what I've taught you guys so far should be enough to kill literally low tier 3s as well. And if you don't know the tier system, low tier 3 is actually very strong. Now we're going to be going to the next stage, which is crits. Just a little explanation. A crit is when you jump and then hit the opponent whilst you're in the air and basically coming down from the air. A crit actually deals 50% more damage than a normal swing. So now, from everything we've learned so far, everything literally, W tapping, S tapping, sprint hitting, and of course strafing, all we have to do is implement crits into it. So basically, as you're strafing, do a little crit. As you're W tapping, crit. As you're S tapping, crit. That's basically what this stage is going to be of. Let me just run to this cow to show you guys the difference between a crit and a swing. Anyways, cow, you're about to... I'm sorry, but it's for the sake of the video, right? I mean, I hope you'll understand. Bruh. I guess you do. So a normal swing hit, let's see how long it takes to kill this cow. 1, 2, 2 hits. 1 hit. With the crit, it just takes 1 hit to take down a cow. That's not the point of the video. Let's get back to the point of the video. And the thing with crits that this actually took me a week once I was learning PvP. It took me a week to actually even realize this. So I'm saving you guys 1 week. Like literally no other tutorial actually went through this because I guess they didn't find it important. But for me, I was a new player. So yeah, they couldn't really, I guess connect. But I was a new player then and actually wrote down what, the hardships I went through, which is why I even made this video in the first place. And that was, once you're doing a crit, you actually have to let go of the W key. So for example, if I do this, that won't count as a crit. If I actually hold the W to do the crit, that won't count. What will count is letting go of the W. It's kind of like W hitting. Again, that's why I taught you guys W hitting at the very start, is so that crits will be easier to actually manage. You want to implement strafing the entire time, so basically you press spacebar and the A key at the same time, like this, press the W key as well at the same time, and then as you're going down, let go of everything. Let go of everything as you're going down, like this. As you can see, as I'm going down, I'm letting go of all the other keys, and all I'm doing is I'm hitting my opponent. So let me reiterate again, you cannot press the W key as you are critting, that will not count. What you can do is you can press the S key, that'll count. And you can also press the A key, that'll also count, and you can also do the D key. And as we did for strafing, just practice on an armor stand, like this. Once you get the hang of, like switching up your crits like this, what you want to do is you also want to implement S tapping in the crits, so like this. Alright, we're versing a seal. How unique is that, guys? I'm versing a seal. Bruh. And just like that. Alright, so the next tip or stage that I have is one that I guarantee, and I guarantee this. I guarantee this, alright? Just like I guarantee that you're gonna go down there right now and hit the subscribe button. Like literally, if you don't, I'm gonna come to your house and make you do it, alright? So go down there right now and subscribe. So I guarantee this tip has not been done, and that is that you do not want to lift your mouse. Yeah, I know that sounds weird, a very weird tip. I mean, how does that relate to Minecraft? Like, what? But this is a aiming related tip. Like, whilst I was, mastering PvP as well, I realized that I would always if the opponent is like over here, the armor stand is my opponent, I would always lift my mouse and then hit my opponent. Instead, you don't want to be lifting your mouse. You really just don't want to be lifting your mouse at all. And that is because once you do lift your mouse, what actually happens is that your mouse sets the camera at a different position. So every single time you lift your mouse, what you're doing is you're increasing the chances of you not being able to actually hit the opponent. That's what you're doing. And to fix, just lifting your mouse the entire time, or most of the times, once your enemy is like 180 degrees behind you. For example, my enemy is like 180 degrees behind me and I lifted my mouse. That's a very simple test to see if your mouse is being lifted or not. Like, do you lift your mouse automatically if you're if your enemy is 180 degrees right behind you. If you are, that means that your sensitivity is too low. Like, increase your damn sensitivity, please. Because once I lift my mouse, see, just right there, I lift my mouse. It's very hard to actually aim and hit something if you lift your mouse. So increase your sensitivity and do the test again, which is, do a 180 degree turn. And if you can hit the opponent, that means your sensitivity is good. Now, I do actually have more tips, but I feel like they're pretty advanced, and first of all, you should master everything that's said in this video before I go on to say these tips. So let's get 100 likes and I'll do a part 2 to this video dedicated specifically to becoming a complete master. And if you want to learn easy tips and tricks to master Maze PvP, click on this video. And also, I took over random Minecraft SMPs. I literally took them over, so click on this video for that.